This is one of my favorite short stories. It's called The Boy Who Went Up the Mountain by Paulo Coelho. Here we go. Once upon a time, high up in the mountains, there lived a man who had a son. The old man wanted his son to be smart, so when the boy was 5 years old, he sent him to a boarding school. Every day, the little boy would get up early and study. Afternoons were for sports, and in the evenings, there would be music classes. On Saturdays, the boy helped clean the house, and on Sundays, he attended church. He studied hard, always wanting to please his father, but the boy felt lonely and miserable. When he turned 16, he told his dad, "I want to see the world." His dad said, "You're too young to travel alone. Finish your studies, and then you can do whatever you want." So the boy went back to his books. He worked hard and soon finished high school. Then he began studying at university. After 2 years, he decided to take a break from school. He didn't know what to do with his life, so he traveled around the world. He visited cities, saw amazing places, but nothing made him happy. One day, he sat on a bench feeding the pigeons when an old woman approached him. She said, "You look sad. Can I help you?" The boy replied, "I don't know what to do with my life." The woman smiled and said, "You have a lot of energy. Why don't you use it to climb that mountain over there? You'll find what you're looking for." The boy looked at the mountain and saw that it was very high. But he thought to himself, "What do I have to lose?" So he thanked the old woman and started climbing. The next morning, the boy got up early and went to the mountain. He climbed and climbed until noon when suddenly he fell and hurt his leg. He tried to move, but he couldn't. He was stuck. When it started getting dark, he thought, "I won't make it through the night here. I should have listened to my dad and stayed home." But then he remembered the old woman's words, "You'll find what you're looking for." So he started thinking about his life. And as he thought, he realized that he actually knew what he needed to do. He just had to get home and do it. As the first rays of sunlight touched the mountain, the boy stood up and walked down. When he reached the bottom, he found a river and drank some water. Then he took out his phone and called his dad. When his dad picked up, the boy said, "Dad, I need your help. I've been stupid and hurt my leg. Can you come and get me?" The dad immediately said, "Don't worry, son, I'm coming." And after an hour, the boy was home in bed. A few days later, he was back at school. But everything seemed new and exciting. The boy had learned an important lesson. He understood that if he wanted to achieve something in life, he would have to work hard, overcome challenges, and not give up no matter what. Now let's analyze the story. I remember the first time I read this story. I was like 12 or 13 years old, and it really impacted me. This story teaches us that to learn is to grow as a person. As the boy grew, the world asked more of him. Someday his dad sent him to school. Another day he went to college. Life asks more of you the more you grow. You face harder challenges, and these challenges are like exams. Sometimes you pass them and sometimes you fail. Like when I was in college, I used to go out a lot and party all night, and I would miss classes, and then I would have exams and I would fail. That's life. You will fail many times, and you must be ready to fail. But here's the beautiful part of the story. Each time he failed, each time he stumbled, he learned and he grew. Books, teachers, and lessons filled his days. Failing exams, making mistakes, learning from them, standing again, failing again, learning again, growing again. That is how we grow in life. We are like a diamond that is being polished. We go through a lot of pain, but in the end, we shine. He stumbled often, failing exams, making mistakes, but each stumble taught him to stand again. Do you think the boy liked going to school? No, but he still did it because he knew that life demands more from him. Do you think he liked traveling? Of course, but he still went up the mountain even though he knew it would hurt. Because if he wanted to grow, he would have to learn. So what did the boy learn on that mountain? What did he discover? Knowledge is not only facts on a page. Knowledge is shaping our character. Knowledge is patience, resilience, humility. A lot of people think that knowledge is power, but it's not. Power is what you can do with the knowledge you have. My friend, you are not what you know, but what you can do with what you know. Let me tell you a quote by Aldous Huxley. That which can be destroyed by knowledge can also be saved by knowledge. A well-known professor at MIT spoke to his students about knowledge. He said, "I'll give you two pieces of advice. First, don't memorize things. Use your brain to think. Second, don't copy others. Think for yourself." So knowledge is not just memorizing, it's not just copying. Knowledge is power. It's the ability to think, to create, to innovate. The boy discovered that knowledge wasn't just about studying and passing exams. It was about becoming a better version of himself, becoming the hero of his own story. This is why we love stories, because they remind us that we have the power to change our lives. The boy's journey reminds us that we can overcome any challenge if we believe in ourselves and never give up. Think about the hero of your own story. Have you ever thought about it? Now is the time to wake up and become the hero of your own story. Let me tell you something. Every great person you admire, every hero you look up to, they were once just an ordinary person like you and me. They were once boys or girls just like you and me, but they chose to pick up their books, face their challenges, and strive to become the best version of themselves. And so can you. Listen, you may stumble and fall along the way. There will be times when you feel like giving up. But remember, every stumble is just another opportunity to learn and grow. Every challenge is just another chance to prove to yourself what you're capable of. Just like the boy who went up the mountain, you will face many challenges in life, but they are all opportunities to grow and become stronger. It's up to you to decide how you react to those challenges, whether you rise above them or let them defeat you. And here's the most important thing. Never, ever give up on yourself. Believe in yourself, trust in your abilities, and never, ever, ever give up. You are the hero of your own story. Now it's time to start living it. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.